And today is April 11th, I believe, 2022. April 11th, 2022, 2/11/22. And I just wanted to say briefly that I'm also dedicating this reading to a dear friend, her husband, and their dog, and their house, and some questions that they had for themselves. But I know that there are many out there who are feeling some of these same feelings, experiences, understandings. So much is changing. Our structures are falling apart. I could go on, and but I think those of you, anybody who'd be watching this, already knows that. So, needless to say, I think what I'm going to do, I already did a blessing, called in all of our guides, angels, teachers, guardians, directions, elementals, ancestors, and I just want to do a little meditation, grounding with everyone that is watching, or for everyone that is watching and that will watch in the future. So take a few breaths. Just do a little scan, a little check on where you are now in this present moment, tapping into your breath. You always begin with the breath. And then if you can, take a couple of breaths in through the nose, exhaling through your mouth, so you deepen the relaxation response in the jaw, neck, and shoulders, allowing the head to relax, the brain to relax, and allowing your body weight to sink more deeply down into the cushion that you're resting upon. And just bear with me through the noise. I've got lawnmowers and dogs barking and all kinds of things. It's spring and birds are chirping. I hate to close the windows, so just bear with me through all those background sounds. Kids are playing. Things are coming alive. Just become attuned to that, the aliveness of the element of spring. We have a new baby in our neighborhood, born around Christmas. And as you feel your energy grounding into the center of the earth, Pachamama, divine feminine, feel that connection to the iron molten core of her energy. And as soon as I say that, I hope you can feel that connection within yourself, that iron, the vibration of iron, the element of iron in your own red blood cells, in your own hemoglobin, in your own immune system, that deeply connects with this feminine principle of infinite life, infinite evolution that is eternal. And then naturally feel a lifting, feel that energy rise up as it enters your field of awareness, and you are activating your toroidal field with this incredible grounding energy, masculine and feminine, multidimensional. It's holographic. This donut-shaped toroidal field, everything has a toroidal field. In fact, as you imagine this beautiful toroidal field expanding outward, imagine in your heart there's even a toroidal field, which we know now through science, through the Heart Math Institute and years of their research, that this field in the heart is much greater than the field in the brain or even the gut. So feel that energy of love, of courage. In fact, now begin imagining all the chakras activated: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and white, flowing back out into that field, that divine white light, expanding outward, bringing into your field the emotional frequencies of joy, peace, strength, courage, gratitude, humility, and divine love. As your chakras open and this rainbow light now fills your field with this rainbow energy, and just imagine that, feel that. Your entire body, I get goosebumps. Just feel your entire body activated by this rainbow light, by the grounding into the earth, the simplicity of just grounding into the earth, bringing this lifeblood, this flow of energy, this beautiful red energy at the base, and all of the other colors of the chakras expanding outward, spilling over like a fountain. Again, infinite and eternal. Amplifying the creative life force, health, and vitality in your field. And feel it continue to expand out. And allow yourself to just surrender to whatever that is, whatever your experience is. I can feel how it might bring up sadness. It might bring up just a sense of surrender. Just surrender to that, to just letting it all go, letting the left brain having to figure it all out, trying to understand it, just letting it go and surrendering to whatever is in this beautiful heart field, now amplified by all of the chakras, activated by the emotions of these higher realms of frequencies. And then using your imagination, imagine a golden pyramid above the crown of your head, a foot or two, maybe even higher, out there in alignment with the cosmos, with the angelic realms, with the ascended masters, tapping into the superconscious field of all that is, and feeling that golden light flowing down through this open and receptive central channel now, bringing in the wisdom of the gold, the alchemy of lead to gold, the magic, the magician's way. Feel that flow of energy opening and expanding within you. We are all shamans. We are all masters, if we choose so to remember that about ourselves. So with that said, feel the even greater expansion of your wisdom, of your knowledge, of all of your clear senses, clear audience, clear sentience, your expanded sense of hearing, touch, sight, smell, sound, whatever it is, and invite something new. If you usually see things, see if now you can hear something. Or you just have a deep sense of knowing, of absolute knowing that something is true for you. And I know many feel goosebumps or chills or a rush of energy. Whatever it is for you, just pay attention now that we've called in all of the support and guidance here for this beautiful reading today. And again, may it resonate with this dear sweet friend of mine, her husband, her dog, and hopefully we'll gain some insight about our individual spaces too, our homes. We're all being bombarded with all kinds of frequencies, information, energy, and noise, especially these areas that are tapped into 5G and everybody's basically doing everything through their phone now. Take an extra moment here, an extra breath to just call any guides, angels, teachers, guardians, ancestors who are here working with you, who are here on your behalf today, who are here because they walked this land before us, and their souls, their energy, the benevolence of their wisdom is here for us to receive today. And with that said, in full faith, so be it. And may all of the benefits we receive, those watching this video now receive, those in the future, may all those we come in contact with also receive the benefits of this information today. And may it help bring more divine and sacred light into this field of transformation. Aho. Okay, so thank you all for being here today. The next step in the sacred symbols readings is, once you've created an intention for the reading, just hold that in your heart, and then I'm going to have you blow 3 times along with me into the basket. Okay, here we go. I had a great download the other day, so maybe a week or 2 ago. We are activating our I am principle when we do this ritual. The I is for intention. The A is for attention. What are we putting our attention on? Hopefully the end result, the true end result that we want to receive. And we want wisdom and guidance for that end result. And M is for motion or movement. Everything is in motion, just trusting and knowing that everything revealed here is, nothing is written in stone. And even things that you feel aligned with or relate to a question you're asking or your inquiry, just know that it's all based on the idea of this eternal movement. This eternal movement that is a part of all that is. And everything is being sped up now, especially as we go through the photon belt and are getting blasted with these solar energies that are just off the chart. So I'm also just calling in some deeper guidance for anything about the environment that we might need or benefit from, to know, and that would help our health and vitality. In fact, I'm doing a meetup with a superconscious recode tomorrow on Meetup. You can check out my website to find that. I have the link on there, I believe. And if you want to experience a superconscious recode and understand how that relates to ancestral healing, you can join me. You just have to register on Meetup and show up tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So here we go, and I'm going to tip the screen down so everybody can see the board here. So I'm going to try to get it. I will also shift this a little bit as we move through the reading. Okay. Oh, here we go. All right. So take a moment. Just take in the shapes, the forms, the colors, anything that jumps out at you. And just hold that in your awareness so that if I speak about it during the reading, you'll just ring a bell and And you can find some deeper meaning in that. Very interesting. Okay, so again, as usual, the first piece I focus on most of the time is this piece of coral here, shaped like a V, as if it were a person. This is the feet. This is you reaching out. Here is what is coming in or moving toward or moving in and out, since we know things are holographic and multidimensional. Here is what is happening. It's very interesting. Sorry about that. It's kind of a tight little spiral here, and I'm knocking things over already. I don't know what that means. We shall see. But here's your inquiry. Here's the piece that would represent you. A little half shell here. And then there's another piece, very similar, right next to it. So this would be the other, a partner, very close, very connected, or somebody you're closely connected to. Yep, and here's a little critter, right? A bird on top. Eagle, condor, Mars energy between the two. Intensity, something really wanting to move forward. A lot of emotions. I'm feeling chills as I say that, because there's big rebirthing energy happening here. So hopefully you can allow yourself to go through this, because if you don't go through it, it's going to be an uphill battle. I know there is, like, we're having enormous Plutonian energies influencing us now. And so it's futile to resist change. I mean, I know as humans, we don't want to change. It's so nice to get comfy and cozy, but there's no way that's happening. It's not in the stars. It's not in our evolutionary process. And this right here is all about creativity. So this 3 is saying, co-create, create instead of resisting. Put on your magician's cap and get creative. It's essential right now. It's completely and totally essential. And I think it's fascinating. If you were to look probably from where you're sitting, what you would also be seeing is not only the 3 from the top, but a 1, and I'm seeing a 2. And so this, again, here, another 3, the sacred trilogy, the sacred triangle, body, mind, and spirit. It's affecting every aspect of our lives right now. And it's very emotional. It's asking us to have enormous amounts of courage to let go in ways we never imagined we could let go. And it's, some of the biggest aspects or places, the most intense places of letting go or needing to do relate to Saturn. The masculine, the Saturn, the Saturnian energy of the structures, old structures crumbling. The masculine energy being a dominant force is not working anymore. We need a balance of feminine. And here is our little friend Frog, who, is, I mentioned this, I think even in the last reading, amphibious. So it's like, and the frog represents the sacred journey, this evolution into our transformation into the divine, to remembering the sacred and divine aspects of ourselves. And here is drum, which is all about the heart. Here's our work. This is the greater work in the world. We're all having to really stretch and expand and accept the fact that if we are to be cosmic citizens, global citizens, I mean, this feels so emotional to me. I don't know how somebody can't possibly be feeling this on some level, whether they want to admit it or not. It's about, here is the spiral. Look at this spiral. It's about the truth. It's about the truth of who we are. And we're really having to accept the truth that there is no big daddy in the sky that's helping us with answers, giving us a big lucky break. We are having to be citizens of the world, claiming our own magnificence, our own creatorship, our own wisdom, we are having to be our own shaman. Here is the shaman on the bone that represents transfiguration. We're having to literally transform ourselves on every level, body, mind, and spirit. It's not about convenience. It's not about, well, maybe take a nap and it'll all be better when I wake up. It's not happening. It's not happening for you, for your loved ones, for the critters around you, your pets, and other creatures. You know, I was just realizing today I haven't seen my hummingbirds who've been here year after year. I'm wondering if they survived this insane weather around the world, these global catastrophes, pesticides, the chemicals in the water, in the air, God knows what else. I mean, it'll be a miracle if they show up. I'm hoping they're just late this year, but here we are. They're resting on top of Mars, which is urging us. It's saying, look out into the future. What do you want to create? And then there's an urgency. There's this Mars energy, this red, passionate, bursting with life, bursting forward to really accept and be responsible for your own rebirthing. Allow it, call it in. And here, this is beautiful. The ancient ones are here. This is the ancient ones on the maternal side, the feminine, your mother. Let's see who this is. These are the masculine. Oh, wow, how perfect. This is the ancient ones on your mother's side, on the maternal lineage. The ancient men, the ancient masculine. Here they are. I said the divine feminine. Here she is in full force, the ancient ones here. And here's the father. This little bone represents your father. There is huge, huge ancestral healing energies happening right now. And here is, oh, I love this piece. Father is kind of wrapped around with the ancient ones on the maternal side. Your father or fathers or the father, sea lily, right? Sea lily. This couldn't have, you can't make this stuff up. Here is sea lily. What is tapped right into sea lily? The ancient sea lilies. This one came from a riverbed in Taos, New Mexico, but there are many around the world where there were once oceans and now there no longer are. Now it's a desert. And this is actually a vertebrae of a giant sea lily. And what is tapped into it but the spiral of life here, the evolutionary process of all that is. One thing that you might want to do, and in the act of doing and creating, whether you could make it or read about it or draw it, would be an amulet, like your own medicine. Be your own medicine. Create something that is medicinal for you. Or maybe just take a walk out in the woods and ask spirit, ask the grass, ask a rock to show up, have a question, or ask for an answer about something that's going on for you physically, mentally, or spiritually. And this is a basic divination process. This is a divination process that we're doing, but a really simple one is to ask for guidance and say, I will find it in the next stone I pick up. I will find it in the next flower that I find, whatever it might be. This becomes like your amulet, your personal medicine. In fact, it could be something you pick up and then you put in a medicine bag or you tie around your neck. Maybe you'll find a piece that has a little hole in it and you'll tie a ribbon through it or a string, and it'll become your medicine. This can give you an answer to what you're seeking. You really have to start utilizing what is around us. This is being our own medicine, right? Being the magician, opening our eyes to see, right, what's really going on around us. And then taking responsibility, taking action for this to happen, because here's Buffalo Tooth really nurturing this younger part of yourself, either a young one on your mother's side, young adult, or the young adult within you. really helping to ground you. And Buffalo, of course, is all about providing the provisions of the provision of healing, light, and love and energy. And here is your mother's, let's see, this is grandfather, your mother's father, the great ones, grandmothers and grandfathers. And definitely what is key here today is about a fork in the road on the spiritual path that we're on. Time is of the essence. There's something critical about time. In fact, maybe that's why I'm feeling such an intensity today. It feels like something is stuck. See how these little timekeepers, these little cowrie shells, they represent time and space, and they are directly opposing each other. Couldn't have made this up either. And they're both facing the same direction, which means energy is not flowing. So what is stuck in your life? You're at a crossroads. There's a fork in the road. It's a fork in the road, and right now, this pointer is saying it's all about something between you and your partner, something you need to do about moving forward, working something out in whatever way that is. It's deeply emotional, but there's something about it too that is, saying, here, create ceremony. It's sacred. It's inevitable. And so just if you can focus on the true end result that you want and allow whatever it is you don't want and what no longer serves, you can allow that to fall away so as the new comes forward. And it's so interesting. Then we have here the ancient ones on, and again, the paternal side. Here's the paternal ancient lineages, mother and father. So interesting that they're here at like the beginning and the end, or the end being, there is no end, that it's eternal, right? And here we have at the very center the grandmother, your mother's mother, which is incredible. Today I just read something about the 13 grandmothers doing a special event. So if that interests you, you might want to just make note of that and look online, the 13 grandmothers. I have had the honor and privilege of working with one of them in Nepal for an extended period of time many years ago. And it was a deeply healing experience for me. It was powerful. And there's the grandmother right at the center. And it's all about getting your power back. This is your third chakra. Getting your power back, taking time for reflection, knowing that you're not going to have every answer written in stone. This is the all that is, the great mystery. And here's Pachamama. Ding, ding, ding. The divine feminine. Ding, ding, ding. Wow. Okay. It's taking your own feminine power back, whether you're a man or a woman. This is what is needed now. The sacred and the divine of the feminine wisdom that's guiding us. And you can go within. This is about reflection. And this is about the element earth. So take some time, put your feet in the earth, step onto the grass, walk out in the woods. This is where you will tap into your own passion. So anything that's been kind of hidden, here's the lock. Anything that has felt like hidden or out of reach for you, it's all about going within, attuning, aligning, resynchronizing, resetting with your own passions and how you express those. Here's your throat chakra. Here is make a wish. I believe this is the moon. Let me double check. Yep, this is the moon. There she is. And it's about kind of the dark side of the moon. So what is hidden? What is this deep hidden feminine energy? Make a wish on that. And here's the wish coin below that for the house, for your home. Wish for your inner home and your outer home. And this will bring truly a sense of soul remembering. This is what's happening here, a soul remembering. And here's your second chakra. How beautiful, right? The place, the area of the body that houses a rebirthing, the egg, the sperm, the egg. Beautiful. And it's time to receive. It's time to receive higher. You have to raise your own frequency right now because this is what's coming through, all this light energy. Here's the crown chakra is opening. This little palm or little frond from a giant pine cone is all about receiving. And receiving, this is here abundance, receiving abundance, right? Receiving an abundance of information, but on a different level, the frequency of the crown chakra, right? Not a bunch of words and to-dos or more stuff on the list. You know, it's about the abundance, our natural wisdom, the natural success and fruitfulness that is provided for us just by being human here on earth, right? And like I said, this is your DNA. This is passion. So this is what's changing your DNA. And here is Mercury, right? I know we're getting like all this Aquarian energy, all these hits from Aquarius too, which is all about, you know, communication, the new age, the age of Aquarius, new inventions, new ideas, new ways of living, being, doing, having. That's what we're having to be magicians about, creating something new. There is no savior going to swoop us up. I know a lot of you conspiracy theory lovers still believe that, like Donald Trump's going to come in on a white horse and save us, but I think you better wake up and smell the coffee. I mean, I hate to be opinionated, but I don't see it happening here. I don't see it coming through something like that. You know, instead, what it's saying here is everything is being amplified by the sun. On top of Jupiter, multiplying that, expanding that, and making it even bigger. And then we have Venus. It's about really, what do you absolutely love? What would you die for? What would you give up your life for? I'm going to bet there's many people out there that wouldn't give up their life for anything. Nothing. They're passionless. They're careless. Careless. They've given up. There's no will. This is what's deteriorated for many of us, is the will to take up the sword. This is the sword of truth. This little shard here represents speaking your truth. And who's here? Buddha, our star nations, right? Buddha upright, right there in front of you, face to face. Can you look into Buddha's eyes? What do you see? What do you sense? What do you feel? If you were to look into the truth, look into your own eyes. That's a great exercise. Look at the truth. Look at your own Buddha nature. Look into the mirror and do an eye-gazing meditation and see what you see. See what you feel. Here is, again, star nations just saying, you know, all of our ancestors are here, even the ancient ones. The ancient ones are up front and center. And I think, I don't know if I said, but frog is upside down. So it's like you're going to have to take a stance. Like I relate this to the Hanged Man, you know, if we're looking at a tarot deck. Because just in this position, I mean, here is our little frog upside down. You have to have a new perspective of things. In order to create, you can't look through the same old lenses. You have to put a new lens on. And here is, I'm going to just tip it over so you can see it. But, you know, this beautiful divine white cross, little abalone cross, was on its side here representing this higher wisdom, the ancient ones, when I opened the prayer today, you know, saying that these higher realms, angelics, they're all here, giving us information and guidance about our home, the home within and the home without. Right here next to your mother. Right next to mother is what is not yet created. What do you want to create? Call in all of your power animals. Notice the critters around you. What are they doing? What are they saying? What are you sensing, you know, about their behavior, about their activity? Because we are all being affected here. This is about frequencies, spiritual journey that we're on, but the mental journey, right? Gotta shift into higher frequencies right now. The old is just not cutting it. It's not working. It's not working for anybody. I doubt it's working for anybody. I really do. Here's Neptune, right near where you would be sitting here. This is your spiritual path that you're on, and this is key. What is going on? The key is here with nothing in its way. The door is wide open. You have to just take the key and open it, right? What did we see with the lock? I like to look at the relationship between it. Who's in between? The shaman. You are your own medicine. Here is the transfiguration that's going on, and it's time to receive this. This is what this little meteorite is saying. Receiving. It's about receiving. It's, what's interesting, it's on its side too. So it's saying, this is like being on the razor's edge. This is where we're at now. And it's not an easy place to be, right? But something that kind of relates to that, I love somebody, I don't know who shared this with me in the last year or so. Somebody said, there's two sides to every coin. Actually, three. There's three sides to every coin: the front, the back, and the edge. And where do you want to be? You want to be on the razor's edge so you can see the front and the back. So you get a sense, even if you don't see it, you get a sense of where you need to go. Do you need to go one way or the other? And only you will know what is the right way to choose. This is all about a soul remembering that we're having. Or if anybody's getting shamanic work in the near future, soul retrieval is a great experience. I just see it now. So many people are having soul rememberings. It's amazing as this light comes in. This photonic light is so bright and intense. I don't know if I hope some of you are sensing this too and feeling it, is that I know when I go out now and I'm in the sun or I want to sit in the sun, it is just, I can smell the difference in the atmosphere, in the sun's energy on my skin. I can feel it. It's totally different. It's bright, brilliant, cutting light. It's like the sword of Michael, of Archangel Michael, just cutting through the BS, cutting through. You have to cut through your own bullshit, cut through your own belief systems right now. The stories, most of what we've received, we know now. We were just an open book, at least up till age 7, some maybe longer, that were plopped down in front of a television, and that's what we got for the next 10 years of our life. What is your truth? This is all a reconciliation about your own truth and reclaiming your own power, speaking the truth, expressing it in whatever way, shape, or form. There's no right or wrong. And it's all about this creative force heading towards a divine union with the self and your maker, right? This is the beautiful Celtic knot, right, in the middle of the heart. And it's all about your vision. What is your vision? Get in touch with your vision. What kind of world do you want to live in? What are you seeing come forward? Here's Horse saying, yeah, let's get on with it. Let's get moving here. Get moving and shaking and start creating. Start creating that vision by owning it, by acknowledging it. There's no quick fix. It's not in a medication prescription. It's within you. It's within you right now. And here's Rattle calling in Uranus. There's going to be sudden and unexpected. Yeah, back to the divine feminine, Pachamama. Yeah, she's throwing us some curveballs too. Look what's happening. Floods, fires, you name it, hurricanes. It is so intense. And here's the great grandfathers, the grandfather and the great ones on your father's side. Look at touching the great ones. It's the ancient ones showed up here side by side, and the great grandparents. Here's grandmother. Look at that. Grandmother, maternal and paternal. Maternal and paternal. Maternal at the center. This is on the outskirts, the paternal. This is what was. This is what created much of our structure. Here's first chakra that we live in now in this 3D world, 4D even. And now we are evolving into 5 and on. And that's what this is all about, the mind, opening the mind, right? Here is the eye of God. Oh, yep, eye of God. Eye of God and rattle. Call in, calling it in, calling in what it is you need for physical healing. Uh, this is a principle, an alchemical principle that you've got to ask. In order to receive, you have to ask. Get clear about what you're asking for. We live in a land of plenty. Take some time to tap into what is it you want to receive? What do you resonate with in the land of plenty? And what is it that you can fill your mind with that will get you there? What is the beauty, wisdom, guidance that is there in this eye of God, this energy that's greater than just you, the physical, but speaks directly? How beautiful. Here's the third eye. You just have to laugh. This is just so funny. I just love it. This feels like such an intense reading, and yet, I mean, honestly, I feel like it just, even for myself, I just have to laugh at myself sometimes with the way we carry on. But here's Deer. Dear Toe is saying, in the heart, in matters of the heart, it's all about innocence, right? Connect with your innocence. That's where the wisdom lies. And that is the blueprint you came in with. That's what this is. This shell here is about your blueprint. Start remembering the blueprint, because here, the shell overlying it it's all about the sacred. And what do you hold sacred? What do you want to be sacred in your future? And be a part of your life in the future, because wake up, smell the coffee, because there are going to be sudden and unexpected whammies beyond what you can imagine. It's just going to feel endless right now. This next year or two, I know astrologically, it's just going to be boom, 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 one thing after the other. So get prepared. Put on your warrior helmet, your inner warrior, ignite the passion in your heart. What's your vision? That's what's going to take you. That's going to be your medicine. That is what's going to guide you, support you, bring you into a whole new structure, whole new foundation, right? And here's Bear Claw saying, absolutely, some of this action that we need to take is feminine. It's about introspection. Not just another thing on the to-do list. I think that's what I was picking up at the beginning of the reading. It's about going within and find your tribe, find community. And that doesn't even mean like you have to join one tribe or only a handful of people are your people, or, oh, this little group, because I do XYZ, that's my tribe, that's my group. That's great, but it's called the cosmic tribe. The cosmic tribe, from where you came, where we are. Unity is diversity. This is about unity is diversity. That's what being part of the tribe is. The cosmic tribe, the collective, that we are a part of the human race that is driving or striving for unity for all, which means diversity. Not one, not agreement about one way. No, it's about we need all ways. We need the diversity. I feel like sometimes even at some people that are involved in the environment, I just don't understand why they can't see that we really need to remember the importance of diversity, right? Unity is diversity. That's how the planet got to where it is. And now we've mucked it up, we've made a mess of it, and this is how we're paying for it. It's all about, here's Earth, kind of struggling out here on its own. Here is, like I said, grandfather energy on the mother's side, on your mother's side, the maternal grandfather. There's some support there, but I get a feeling some days I can feel that you feel like you're on your own. Where is the unity? And as I said, hello, just a confirmation. Here's Pluto. Everything is being affected by this Plutonian shifting that's happening. Here's the angelics close to you. That's beautiful. As I said, these higher ascended masters energy. And again, back to this idea of the key. The key to this reading today is about, there's nothing stopping you from opening the door. Nothing stopping you from putting your wizard's cap on or your warrior's helmet, whatever you want to call it. Get your mojo going. Empower yourself to create new structures, to co-create with community, and really reach out there into these greater realms, into the superconscious awareness of all that is. That's where this idea of innocence rings so true, of opening our heart, tapping into our own innocence, knowing this was the seed that was carried into our field of knowing, right? Our heart, our love. We chose these parents that we were with. We chose these people. We chose these times as a soul. And here we are. The blueprint is unfolding. And all you have to do is tap into this inner eye that you have, this eye of God within yourself, right? And that's where the answers lie about your physical healing even. But here's also grandmothers. Like I said, they're really key right now. Grandmothers, call in your grandmothers on your father's side, call in your grandmothers on your mother's side. Both these maternal and paternal entities, energies, ancestral powerhouses. They were the closest to us, right? To being this bridge that helps us bridge across the veil to those we love. And I just want to, shout out to anybody doing mediumship work, and a shout out to all those I'm practicing with in mediumship right now through the mentorship of Suzanne Giesman. If anybody is interested, I highly recommend Suzanne Giesman to do work. In fact, she's going to be in this area. She's going to be in Boone doing one-on-one teachings, which is really exciting, but she's working through the Shift Network right now. So check her out. I'm involved in a program right now with her. And mediumship is so powerful in healing. Tapping in, getting a direct line to our ancestors is key. It's really key, and it kind of brings us back full circle, right? Tap into the ancestors and the wisdom of our ancestors who are now on the other side, benefiting us all, right? Benefiting us all. So I'll just tip this up a little more, get another little look at it. Yep, this is that little spiritual path that you're on, the personal path. This is about the blueprint and the much bigger path, right? The greater path here, the inner path. Definitely at a crossroads. Use your creativity with all your might. This just feels so urgent. The reading feels really urgent today. And I know it's just something about the energy in general. But I hope this spoke to you in some way that was powerful, potent, invigorating, inspiring, energizing, enlightening, awakening, because all of those elements are here today. So that was powerful beyond my expectations. So I hope it was beneficial for you. And again, as I said at the beginning with my prayer, or my intention for the reading being recorded, that it would benefit not only us, not only you who are watching this, but all those who come in contact with us. So let me close the circle with a heart open in gratitude and appreciation for this incredible gift, this incredible tool, the communication process to share it with others. And I love, your likes, comments, shares, whatever. I hope that the symbols can begin to reach more and more people. If anybody's interested in a mentorship, I offer mentorships. And I'll be having some new courses and classes coming up that are self-directed And you can just do on your own through my website. So please visit my website, DesireeDemars.com. And just explore. There's a lot on there. I know some people say they get a little lost and can't figure out what to do, but there's basically just 3 areas of work that I blend together, but you can choose any one of them, and that's my shamanic teachings, my readings, my shamanic healings, ancestral healing, BQH hypnotherapy, if that's a way of or route that resonates with you, and also my coaching, evolutionary coaching, if you're interested in that. I weave all of my work together because they're all aligned with one another. It just depends on where you're feeling a call, in your life, and the road that you want to take to get the answers you're looking for, to receive the healing, to receive the guidance. So forgive me for being a little intense today, but it just felt like just what came through. So I'm just honoring the intensity of this energy today, and I can't wait to do a little research on astrological influences over the last couple of days, yesterday and today, because I'm sure it's going to be very insightful, and just see how that's woven into this reading today. So again, with that said, I thank you, send you blessings, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And hopefully next week I'll start offering a recode on this YouTube channel too, an ancestral recode to start, and who knows where I'll go from there. So with all of that said, gratitude and appreciation for all that was received today, and may all those we come in contact with receive it too. Oh. And I want to just say a PS, in case you're still hanging in there, and anybody that is, I wanted to look especially again at home. I know I mentioned work, and I did say home briefly, but here I wanted to just say home one more time and just show you on here if anybody's feeling like energy or something's going on in their home, their space. Here's some guidance that I hope might help you today. Here is the home, this little deer toe tip, and it's right here. It's one of the main inquiries that I think many have had. Is this home? I know many people are wanting to move. A lot of people are moving, are changing where home is. And so, of course, we know that means home is changing within. And so these ideas around home, this guidance around home, is about creating something new, something that has not yet been born, tapping into your power animals, the ancient ones, the feminine, the maternal ancient ones, on your, father, on your father's side, the ancient ones on your father's side, the ancient women of your paternal lineage. But it's really being amplified by the sun, the sword of truth, the star nations, the truth of who you really are, the star that you are, what we came into this world as frequency, sound, and light, to be created on this spiritual journey. And what's really being called for right now around home and what that represents is balance of mind. That's what I hope I said this the first time around, but it's about the spiritual journey of balance of mind here right now, today in this inquiry. Knowing what's real, what's true, what's solid, the truth, what does that mean to you? And that when you can define that, that is, that's going to be healing on a home level within yourself too, right? Your mother, the mother within. Even though we talk about the ancestors and speak about them as if they were, ancestors or things that we remember about our ancestors, but the truth is the ancestors are in us. We are our own ancestors too, just like we're our own medicine. Our ancestors are within us. We are now the blueprint of our ancestors, and this is what is really needing healing. Home, mother, right? New creation, something completely new that takes us at a new fork in the road, right? And if we don't move forward on the spiritual path that we're on to heal what has been out of balance with the masculine, we're going to be really stuck. We're going to be feeling really stuck. So the only way out right now is through. You've got to do whatever is helping you move through the stuckness, dropping what needs to be changed, like it or not. Like it or not. It's a tough one to swallow. That's why this reading, I think, came through so intensely. It's not easy to swallow that stuff. And it leaves us flabbergasted sometimes because we don't know what to do, because we've been so conditioned and brainwashed to believe that all the healing comes from someone else from outside ourselves, not ourselves. Well, surprise, that's changing, and it's changing big time, and it's going to be changing even more so. It's being amplified through, I said, this intensity of light that's coming through, and it's going to be sudden and unexpected. So I just say this with all the love in my heart so that you don't get blindsided. When you hear something and you know it's resonating the truth for you, believe it and take aligned action that you feel in your heart through this divine feminine connection that you have to the divine mother, right? Take action. Take action from the feminine perspective, or at least from this balance of masculine and feminine. Co-create, work together, right? Not the old way. It's not working anymore. Okay, so one more time. Whoops, I'm so sorry. With that said, I might leave that in. I might cut it out of the recording. I'm sorry. It was getting kind of wonky and wobbly. But thank you all for listening, for experiencing and receiving, and may these blessings, as I said before, go out to all those you come in contact with.